Hello and welcome to day 9 of Vlogmas. I've waited till, well, I think it's about 20 to 1 in the afternoon to record this. And this is the lightest the day has been, and I've still had to put the top light on. It's very dreary today. Dave is out fixing his car. Monday is his day off. Yeah, Ewan's at work. Ewan's got another grading tonight. A grading is like an exam for his kickboxing, so no doubt he'll be home with another coloured belt tonight. And I just plan to sit and knit and take it easy and try and recover so that I can go to the wool show and not feel rotten. Right. Let's start with Mousewitch Yarns today. And today we're still in Northern Ireland. Oh, today is a very famous, I don't really want to say tourist attraction, natural phenomenon. Today is the Giant's Causeway. I did a little bit of research. There will be a link down below to have a look at. They estimate that there are more than 40,000 stones in the Giant's Causeway. There's a myth that goes with its formation about a giant in Ireland and a giant in Scotland having a battle. And I think the Irish giant built a bridge to Scotland, and as the Scottish giant fled back to Scotland after losing the fight, he destroyed the bridge, and that's what the Giant's Causeway is made of. More prosaic people say it's basalt that volcanic activity is brought to the surface when the UK and North America split apart millions of years ago, back in prehistory, and obviously tectonic plates move, volcanoes, lava comes up. I'll let you read about it. Okay, so picture we have is, and it's very, very sunny, this one, which looks far more like somewhere in the Mediterranean than somewhere in the UK, frankly, with that beautiful blue sea. But anyway, let's look at the yarn. So, there we go. That's day 9. I didn't know what I was going to do with all these little pictures, and I think it was my friend Denise from Dear Designs said she's going to put hers in her, like her notebook or her scrapbook, and I'm going to do that as well now. I have a file that I use each year, and I've just had to buy another file to move old years into. So it's got 2024 and I'm prepping it for 25. So these will go into that. Right. All the other yarns I've put on a long cable, and I'll show you next week sometime, because I am going to pre-record Saturday, Sunday and Monday, because I had forgotten that on Monday we're having something done with the internet. We're getting fibre and we may lose the internet for some time. So rather than stress about it, I'm going to pre-record all 3 days, get them uploaded, schedule them, and they'll just pop up at 8 o'clock Saturday, Sunday and Monday, and I don't need to worry about it. Hopefully Tuesday morning everything will be back to normal. Don't really want to think about the stress if it's not. So this is the first 3 days of Northern Ireland. Everything else I've put on long cables. and we'll show you next week, probably Tuesday. I thought, oh, I'd do it on Sunday, but I can't do it on Sunday because I won't. Never mind. It's all too complicated. I'm not going to try and explain because I'm. No. Right. Discreet unicorn. This is the one that I'm making the Scattering Petals cowl by Dana Ray Makes from, and I can already see shining through the stripes of the bag what colour this is going to be. Yep. This is, ta-da! You know, yesterday I said this is almost my favourite pink. This is exactly my favourite pink. This real shocking highlighter hot pink is my favourite pink. So I will be adding that later. Show you what we've got so far. We have this much, and that will be going on top there. I feel like there might be at least another day, if not two, of pink before we start to transition into the next colour. Oh, I can't wait to put that one in. Okay. Let's do little Likac next. Are we day 9? Amanda's got very highbrow with us today. Today's colour is named Purple Prose, and in brackets after that it says hyperbolic phrasing in literature. Amanda, for those of you who don't know, is an English teacher. And I think she specialises in English literature. She will correct me down below if I'm not right. So, day 9, Purple Prose. It's purple. It's very pretty purple. Okay, here we go. The more of these I open, the more sure I am that I'm not actually going to knit an anthology throw with them. I'm going to make something to wear, because purple does suit me. It's not bad with my colouring. Watch this space, as they say. And finally, someone's upset the dog next door. I don't know if you can hear him. Blue Fern Yarns, Apothecary. This one is definitely going to be a garment. I think it's going to be a jolly jumper, and I'm talking and rustling, which I said I wasn't going to do. I'm sorry. Oh, very nice. What a beautiful dark. That's pretty true as well. I wonder if that would work with all of them. Let's try Amanda's. Oh yeah, it does. I've been doing this nearly 4 years. You'd never guess, would you? Yeah, so. I don't think I've opened a single parcel this year. I'm not including my own, obviously, and been disappointed. I've loved every single one that I've opened so far. I'm not saying that I'm disappointed with my own, but obviously they weren't quite so much of a surprise. Though, to be fair, I have forgotten, because I dyed them up August, September. I have forgotten exactly what they looked like. So I've got a friend, you've heard me refer to her before, Lorraine from the future, and obviously she's a day ahead of us. So she opens hers and she's crocheting them up into hexagons and sends me a picture every night. And every night I wake up to this, or every morning I should say, I wake up to this message from Lorraine. And on the days where I'm not sure what colour it's going to be, I don't look at it until after I've opened my advent, because otherwise I spoil my own surprise. Which shouldn't really be a surprise. I should know what's in there. But you know what my memory's like. Right, I'm going to go. I think I've got to go and find some lunch for myself and Dave. Dave is working on his car. I think I told you that. A couple of weeks. Oh, I've just noticed something's coming up in next door's pots. It looks like it could be daffodils. It's a bit early for that. Yes, sorry, distracted. A couple of weeks ago, a pipe on his car went, and he replaced that, and now the other part of that pipe is gone, so now he's replacing that. Meanwhile, this week he's been using my car, which is good because my car wasn't going to go anywhere this week, not the way I've been feeling, and there's water getting into it somehow. I don't know how. And we went out on the 1st. It was Sunday the 1st we went out. And we got into the car and it smelt damp and it was just horrible. And the carpet in the boot was soaked. So wherever it's getting in, it's making a puddle in the boot. And it's also getting in just above the driver's side of the windscreen. But they're on opposite corners of the car, so I don't think it's the same leak. I think there's more than one leak. But him using the car and having the heater on and it's drying it out a bit. He's taken the boot carpet out, so yeah, we'll have another look. Poor car. My car looks like an absolute heap. It really does. It's more than 20 years old. The paint on some of the panels is a different colour because it's faded in the sun. The lacquer's kind of peeling. There's moss growing on it. It looks like a real heap. But, touch wood, the engine is brilliant. It goes like a little rocket and I love that car. It starts every time you turn the key. The only trouble I've ever had with it was it needed a new alternator and, you know, it's a 20-year-old car. So I'm loath to let it go, but at the same time, I think it's kind of coming possibly to the end of its useful life. If anything should go with the engine, that's it. It's probably not worth replacing. But I'm going to keep it going as long as I can because I do like it. And it is tiny. It's a little tiny, old-fashioned Renault Clio. And I've become one of those people, you know when you go into a supermarket car park and it's really full and you drive round and round looking for a space and you think, oh, there's a space. And you go and reverse into it and there's just this tiny little car that's in it. But it's so far back you thought it was a space. That's me now. That I am that tiny little car. It is my roller skate. And I do. If I park in a space like that, I do move it right to the very back of the space so that people will think there's a space and then find out there's not. I know, it's wicked. You've got to find pleasure in life where you can, haven't you? Right, having revealed that dark and unpleasant side of my personality, I'm going to go now. And I'll see those of you that still want to be friends with me tomorrow. The rest of you I fully understand if you don't want to know me anymore, especially if you have tried to park in one of those spaces recently. Christmas shopping is particularly fraught without people like me fooling you over car parking spaces. So I'm going to go. Bye guys.